We'll be able to hear our voices through the things, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Let me go ahead and set up the recording.
Oh,
What happened?
everything.
That was crazy.
I got 2 drops. No worries.
Right,
Like, only 2 drops.
No,
Got me.
this thing came out of here.
Oh,
And it just snapped back at us.
there's a spirit in here tonight.
Scared the Is there a ghost in here or what tonight, man?
You got any paper towels?
I'm gonna go grab some.
No, go look in the other place.
Is there any
There might be
toilet,
none in the kitchen.
paper?
Might be in the kitchen. There's not a lot of toilet paper.
Oh, I just heard it. What's going on though? That
Yeah.
the
That arm is limp dicked at the moment. Wait, I shouldn't be saying. I gotta watch my tones now. I forget. I gotta censor myself.
We gotta censor. We're already censored now.
I'm not
Oh, did
media
you log
trained or
in?
nothing.
Get you anywhere else?
Oh no, I'm good. It literally got me like right on my
I
phone
don't
and
know.
on my
I
other
think it
thigh,
happened,
like
right
this.
before,
Oh, man.
maybe right after.
And a little bit on my hands, but like
Sorry,
I got
brother.
gloves on. No, dude, it happened.
No, man.
You're good.
I don't know what happened there.
There's a ghost in here.
Well, no,
What's
I
going on?
tried messing with this and it just flung forward because it's got that tape thing jammed in there.
Here, grab that rag real
This
quick.
is not a BTLS kind of studio.
15 minutes by yourself.
Throw that in the floor right there and just give it a good old
Oh,
once
it's
or
I didn't
twice.
see how bad it got down there.
Yeah.
I got bad vision.
No, you're good. It's also dark. I see something like right
Here,
here.
here. Slam
I
that
just
down.
see it
made that
reflecting
pop
in the
out
light.
too.
No, you're good.
You see what happened?
I'm gonna turn the heater on and try and get it.
I'm not.
Is
I promise you.
I will pay for a new one or the repair on that to prevent you guys from.
Okay, we're going to go live in just a few seconds to Journey because we don't have the other computer.
All right, so I'm gonna be very careful touching this now.
And thank you for joining for an episode of the Other People Show. We're coming into the show with the musical stylings of Journey. Who's crying now? We are, because we've just experienced a ghost. 2 ghosts back to back.
3.
The 3?
Mm-hmm.
What were the 3? I know 1 smashed the iPad down.
That's 1.
2
2 was I spilled the drink to begin with.
Oh,
my
you did?
Monster, just a drop.
Okay.
And then 3, I was adjusting the mic, and it popped forward because of the lever and spring action, and knocked said aforementioned drink over again. This time on our very special guest.
It's all good. No worries. It was just a couple drops.
Well, that's a great way to welcome somebody in the studio. Let's spray them down with this Monster.
Yes, I'm joined by Casey and Tyler Payne. You all think, and Atlanta's in studio as well. It's been a fun day. What would you say so, Tyler?
Oh, it's been a long day.
A long day. Now, Tyler's in studio. He's been in a couple times before. This is what, your 4th time?
I've lost count.
I think
We'll say 4.
At least 4th.
4.
We did radio this morning on 93.5. Adam was nice enough to let us on. We did a WCYB. Preston let us come on over there. What's your thoughts of how today has went, Tyler?
Dude, it's been awesome. It's been a trip. Like going to the morning radio show. It's kind of groggy and just getting in there. Then going to WCYB was completely not expecting what I was. Their broadcast station is taking notes. I like what I saw.
Yeah,
it's
awesome. Pretty cool. So we were on promoting Silico Solutions, and I'm Watching You. We'll get the plugs out later in the show as well, but we're going to be debuting that 10 p.m. tomorrow on all the streaming services: Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, X, Twitch, and if any others, Rumble. I think we're going to be on there as well. Any that I can think of, we're going to be showing it on tomorrow. And this is a debut of your director's cut.
director's cut, if it's a debut if it's uncensored,
Yes.
because the censored version's already available.
I think we're going to try to do uncensored. This is kind of a 17 plus viewers, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Censor. I mean, uncensored is going to be so much more raw, real, and meat to the bone.
And as the director imagined it.
Yeah, exactly. His ideas put out there, just his raw and unedited.
And I like when it's like that as well, because I don't know about you all, but I do not like when you're watching streaming service and then it's interrupted by a commercial.
I hate it.
Oh my gosh.
It should be at the very beginning or the end, but not to interrupt the vision of the creator of that piece of work.
You want to know what the permanent ad blocker is?
Is there an ad blocker for that?
There is. It's called a Raspberry Pi. It's they call it a pie hole. That's the name for it, like PIHOL.
All right,
Okay.
write that down, Adam, because tonight we'll be having some Raspberry Pi.
It is like a little $40 device. You just screw it together and put a little bit of code in it and plug it up into your router.
Okay.
And there you go. No more ads
Okay.
from the network level.
No kidding.
No kidding.
So tell us a little bit about the audience that's just tuning in, a little bit about your film, Tyler.
So it is a psychedelic slasher. It is the goal for it is to make you feel real weird, feel real off. And what I didn't share on WCYB is it's inspired off of a psychedelic adventure, and it flows in that kind of state. So pretty much go in with no expectations, with an open mind. Just let it take you on a ride.
Yeah.
Have fun with it. It's the gore is supposed to be hard to turn away from because it's so pretty.
Yeah, it really is. The colors are vivid. I think it is very. I don't want to say enjoyable because it is enjoyable, but that's not the first thought that I had. Well, when I first saw it, I have to admit, I had been drinking a little bit. That was back in my drinking days, just a few years ago. So when I rewatched it, I was like, I wish that I would have been in a regular state. Well, not a.
No. I'm glad that you vomited because it adds it's a perk for me.
It's
It
an
adds,
element.
it adds to it.
bottle?
It's an element of.
Into a bottle.
Yeah. Oh, that's
A
beautiful.
water bottle.
And that's just now. That's some serious talent right there to be able to go into that little hole through.
Well, I do remember sitting there, and I do remember I don't want to make a mess. The Park Avenue Theater was nice enough to let us use there. So I just grabbed the bottle and I did puke inside the bottle.
God.
That's brutal.
So, yeah,
Well,
Okay.
at least you didn't, make a mess.
yes.
For the maitre d' to have to
Well,
do.
pretty much Lena said, if you spew into this, and she handed me the bottle.
Well, there was a little spillage, but I cleaned it.
You cleaned it up.
Okay.
Lana was there on the spot.
Yes.
All right.
So yeah, this is going to be happening tomorrow. I'm very excited. We were going to have a theatrical release, and Tyler did get to show yours theatrically. Last October?
Was it last October? Or October before last? It was 2023.
Was it 2023?
Yeah, dude, time is weird, ain't it?
Wow.
I was
Yeah.
thinking how fast.
I did not realize it's been 2 years ago.
Yeah, see, that was the original cut. And then the year after, in 2024, I filmed Vice Sacrifice, which was like a short film. It won the Gore Award. And then I was like, you know what? Let's change some things up. So I put
Okay.
it in the director's cut off the intro, added that piece in.
Which I do like the addition.
Oh, it
I do like the
makes it
addition.
feel way more full. It is.
Now, which version is on the limited edition VHS?
That is the first version that I will never reprint. It'll
Okay.
never be reposted.
How many of those were printed out?
I believe it was 50.
Okay, it was
Only
very
50.
Only
very
50?
yeah. Now I've never taken it out of the case, and it's displayed beside of my Pee Wee Herman bobblehead
Perfect.
on the shelf on the DVD shelf behind me.
Is that you were gonna save it for monetary reasons when the guy strikes it rich out in Hollywood producing?
That too, but I'm
right?
going to ride his
That'd
coattails
be nice.
and go.
So,
So
you bring it. You have to come with me.
Yeah.
That's a part of it.
it's
Well,
we've
I
got
mean,
to.
as long as I get an invite once in a while,
Yeah.
come on out to Malibu or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All these
Definitely.
places of Hollywood, Malibu.
Oh, yeah.
That's not my style. My style's more not that I really liked Seattle, but it's like Washington,
Portland.
up in the not even
No.
Portland, just up in the mountains.
So what do you
hidden
think
away.
about the desert? Do you like the desert at all?
Never been, but I hate sand, so I
Okay.
doubt it.
Well, what if about like in Utah, Monument Valley?
I'd like to check it out.
It's
I
really
want to sleep on a sleeping bag under the stars. Just drive out to the middle of the desert in Sedona, Arizona, and literally just sleep and look out. Look at the stars above.
That's a nice way to think about it.
I'd love to do it. I also love to do it with company, of course.
Fair.
But I would love to do it either way. Nevertheless,
Nevertheless, now, what do you all think about? Like, you all think that you were saying you would want to go in the mountains, like in the Pacific Northwest,
Yeah.
and would you want to be around like in a small town, or just pretty much have your privacy?
Small town.
Yeah.
There was a place that I went to. It was at I forget the name of that mountain, but it was on the base of that big mountain that like towers over like Seattle and
Yeah.
cascades it in shade. But
Mount Baker.
is that what it is?
Yeah, I
Mount
used
McKinley or Mount Baker.
I don't
Where's
know.
Mount? I thought it
Well, I
was
used to
Mount
live in
McKinley.
Washington State when I was a kid, and I remember we were out there from I was 7 until about 10. We lived on a little island, Whidbey Island, and we would sometimes go to Seattle. We went twice, but we could go the long way, and we would have to take this huge bridge if we went that way. But we went on a a ferry, where we would pull our car on the ferry and take the ferry all over, and you could always see that mountain. You would always see snow all year round. You would just see it in the distance.
Right.
And it was one of the coolest things ever, especially being a little kid coming from this region, then going out there and seeing that.
Right.
But Mount Baker's probably the one that you're talking about.
Well, I got to walk up a 8-mile hike.
Oh wow.
That I didn't make it all the way to the top by any
8
means.
miles though. That's
8 miles. It was brutal. But
Now, could you tell the temperature change as you went up?
oh yeah. But the little town right at the bottom before we got to the place where we started walking up it had a gorgeous view of this like sharp cliff, like rock face wall. And I was like, how cool is that? Like to have this river that runs through all these little shops on this like
Mhm.
thing, and then there you go, this huge mountain that just covers it up in
Right.
shadow. Gorgeous.
Now, how long were you there for?
About 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you do any kind of did that inspire you for any of your work or projects or anything?
I just worked constantly while I was over there, so I
So you didn't really get to like enjoy it.
didn't get to explore much. When I did go explore, that killed me and just exhausted me for the rest of the work week.
Yeah.
And then like I ended up getting sick, and I was just like, that hike got me.
Yeah.
So then
It takes a toll on your body.
it does. And like where I was working like 14-hour shifts every day, like Monday through Friday,
You're
sometimes on Saturdays.
doomed.
Yeah, right. And then my only day off was Sunday, and that Sunday I took that hike, went 8 miles up, and I was like, I'm in Seattle for 2 months. I haven't seen anything in the first month. I'm doing something,
Right.
and it got me. I took my camera. I actually found the pictures to that recently,
I was
and
gonna say, I bet you took a bunch of beautiful
I
pictures.
did. I haven't reviewed them since 2018, so I need to
Really?
pull those out and like go through them.
Yeah, you'll go through and you'll be like, oh, I forgot about that.
Forgot all about that picture. Yeah.
It'll be weird memories because it was all a blur with how much it went by.
Well, we were talking, I don't know if we were on camera or not about this, but, well, I guess we were. 2 years since you've been on the show, how quickly time has seemed to be going by, even quicker, more rapidly. Like today, for example, we kind of knew a couple of days ago what we kind of had lined up. And, you're anticipating, especially with the holidays, Thanksgiving's coming up. Then all of a sudden, it's gone. All of a sudden, tonight's the end of the promotional tour, pretty much.
Right.
And, just like that, tomorrow the premiere will be over with, and then we'll be on to the next thing. Just like Lana, being infamous a few weeks ago. And then, the thing that's going on.
Did we have to bring that up?
Just a little bit.
Lana,
Just
I
a
mean-
little bit.
Well, yeah, because you're the superstar.
Yes.
I have only heard it 10 times today.
Well,
11 won't hurt.
Yes.
Well, yes.
yeah, one more.
11
You add one more to the tally.
It's
Yeah.
we're only human.
Yeah.
We're only
Yeah.
human.
But I want to say that that scandal was over quickly, and then there's the scandal that's going on, in Big Stone Gap area.
My God,
Oh,
is that getting,
right.
is that getting public? publicity or what?
You know,
National news.
I never would have, we'll touch on it briefly, but I never would have expected it to have blown up as quickly as it has.
Right.
You got Nancy Grace talking about it. You got Nancy Grace talking about it. You got a big story.
NFL memes pages are posting about it.
Yes, I saw something like that today.
There's a lot of like release the files vibes going on here.
I don't know, between Epstein and this dude, I mean, there's so many files.
So many. I did watch a few of what's it called when they it was a few Epstein things where they brought him in to question, and he was saying I'll take the 5th or 6th on every.
They said, "Have you ever?"
Deposition?
I know that. I
Is that
know
what
the
that
question
is?
exactly what you're talking about because I've heard it. They said, "Have you ever interacted with Mr. Trump in the presence of underage girls?" And he said, "I take the 5th. I'm not answering that."
Everything that I watched that he said he took the 5th on.
Yeah.
And I'll say this. I really only watched a little bit of it to see what he actually sounded like.
Right.
Because I never heard him speak before.
Yeah.
And he had a little bit of a New York accent.
Yeah, he was a New Yorker.
I didn't expect him to sound quite like that. But he was very pompous in the interviews that I saw and he seemed very narcissistic. Just
I think-
in the few minutes that I
Well,
watched.
and
of course.
You don't run that kind of empire and not
No.
be a narcissist.
He's got dirt on every important person in the world. That guy was probably thinking during those interviews and acting so smug. It was because he
Smug. He was
knew
smug.
he knew that all these other people were in the pockets of him.
I have a quick
Basically.
question, conspiracy question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You think he's really dead?
Yes.
What do
Do
you-
I think he got killed? Possibly. I don't know. If
Oh,
he
I definitely know he didn't do it
Yeah,
himself.
I don't think he did it himself.
But I don't know. I like to think that maybe
Like
he might
him
be
and
on
JFK
some other
Jr.
island somewhere.
JFK Jr. and him are hanging out in some island.
JFK
There used to be a JFK Jr. one too. He was still alive.
I don't think that one would be the case. I mean, I saw.
They said he was supposed to return to run for president. Who knows?
Who knows? But yeah, so pretty much we got all into that just because how quickly time does go by and all these things, it's going to be, another news story next week. And, speaking of that, I was thinking of, we're talking about, started all the missing persons in Big Stone. And this made me go down a rabbit hole the other day of kind of like unsolved internet mysteries. Do you all ever get into any of those or anything?
Every now and then.
Once in a while, if a good one pops up and you listen,
Now, this was one. This is a artist. He's an actor, musician named Giuseppe Andrews. He was a child actor in Independence Day. He had a small role in American History X. He played the deputy in Cabin Fever, and he's the one he's the party man.
So he's had a few gigs.
Yeah, he had, and he did some there was a game in the 80s called Crossfire, like a board game, and he was in like some commercials as a kid.
Okay.
So he was in also Detroit, Rock City, that movie as well. So he also did a lot of his do-it-yourself films. He would make 60 films within a couple of years, and release 20 or 30 albums. So really kind of on the fringes, underground stuff. He was pretty active on Spotify and, would post his shorts and films on YouTube consistently. You could write into him, I want to buy an album, and he would actually burn it for you on his, stuff at home and send it to you. Well, all this ceased in 2015.
Just stopped, huh?
It stopped completely. Everything that he started posting started being deleted. His website, GiuseppeAndrews.net, completely gone.
Was it the content? Was there questionable content that he was posting? Or?
Well, what the internet thinks is there's a couple different theories to this. So 10 years ago, this promising young actor-director disappeared without a trace. Now, it's been 10 years. He would be about 46-year-old now. And assuming he's still alive, no one really knows. Some reports are that he lives in Nevada. Now, the information that's been discovered is that his grandmother passed away when he was in 2014. He also grew up living in a van with his father, traveling around. They were homeless a lot. and he happened to get a gig in a hair cutting commercial when he was a kid.
So he was already used to this, to the moving around.
He was
sorta
used to the moving around.
nomad type.
Yes, when he was
Lifestyle.
making these art projects, the movies and stuff, he lived in a trailer park.
Yeah.
And within that trailer park, he would use people in that trailer park in his films. Homeless people, drunk people, drug addicts, whoever, would be willing to do the films. And each film cost $1,000. They were produced by Adam Rifkin, another filmmaker. So he didn't care how many people saw his art, how many people listened to his music. He just loved creating.
Right.
And he suddenly disappeared.
Hmm.
His girlfriend also disappeared. They left social media. They destroyed everything. You can still go on Spotify, and YouTube still has some clips of him. But there's only been one alleged sighting of him years after his disappearance. And it was with a Twitter user who, you go on her page, it's still on there, and it's nothing but pictures of him saying what a big fan she is. So you'll see pictures that, when he was younger, movie stills,
Right.
there's a couple songs that she has on there. And then there's a screenshot that she's taken where he called her on video chat,
Like FaceTime.
FaceTime.
Yeah.
And the only thing that's no one can understand is why her. There's no connection to her, and she is quite a bit younger than him. Seen from the picture, she was probably in her early 20s. All he did was apparently.
I would say he probably. Was there any signs of mental illness? I mean, was there?
That's another theory. The theory also is that he had a mental break when his grandmother passed away. That made him have a mental break. There's been reports that he lives on disability in a basement in Nevada.
I mean, you could do it.
And this is just a theory that's going around that he's had a mental breakdown. Some say he's dead. There is one video of him playing guitar. It looks like outside of a trailer park that surfaced from 2020, but it's not even a full video of him playing the guitar and singing.
And that is why I like the show Unsolved Mysteries, because I love hearing that kind of folklore.
Right.
So he's gone from that to a recluse. How, why, and what transpired to make that happen?
And I would love to find out. I always liked his scene in Cabin Fever. That's when I first. Have you all watched Cabin Fever before?
You know my answer to that. I have not.
You should watch
I
Cabin
need
Fever.
to. I know.
We both need to, because I haven't either.
I don't watch a lot of movies in general.
That's me. I do not watch movies.
Well, Cabin Fever, it was one of Eli Roth. I think it was his first actual film, and he scraped together, about $1 million and got it made in North
Scrape
Carolina.
together $1 million.
It's just a mill.
How?
It's just a
I
mill.
want to scrape together.
He actually,
If you scrape a mill together, I want to be on your cast.
That's right.
well, he had done some claymation of this, I guess, a series called Chowda Heads, and it was like some kind of claymation segment that they used on MTV.
Let's say it was
Back in the
Adult
90s.
Swim, or was
It might have been. It was like an Adult Swim type.
It sounds more like an Adult Swim.
So he had money from that, but he was also, you hear the stories. They get, 10,000 from this person, 5,000 from that person. They scrape some together.
Yeah.
His parents had given him money to go to film school, but instead of going to film school, he used it to make Cabin Fever.
Right.
Giuseppe Andrews is in Cabin Fever, and that's when I first came to know him. But do some research on him. There's 2 videos up on YouTube.
That sounds interesting. There's a podcast about him, I bet.
The only thing that I've been able to find podcast-wise is nothing.
No, you don't.
No, but on
That'd be a
Spotify,
good idea is to make that a podcast.
I thought about it. He also, Adam Rifkin directed a documentary called Giuseppe Makes a Movie, and it's about Giuseppe making the movie in 2 days with $1,000 with his trailer park crew.
Huh.
So I found the whole story pretty interesting. So I just didn't know if you all had any internet mysteries.
Honestly, what I would think is, I've wanted to disappear before and just go off grid.
Yes.
I mean, every now and then you just get tired of all the
I'm
all
still
the things.
debating it. Honestly.
See?
I really am.
If you don't think about it, then you're
I
not
just
saying.
probably need to.
Alaska or something like
Too
that.
cold. Too
Huh?
cold. Alaska's gorgeous. I bet. It's too
I
cold.
think that I saw an article, Adam, about this town in Alaska that's now got dark for like 6 months. It's because of where it's positioned in the world. It's not going to have sunlight for. See, that stuff to me fascinates me. I would enjoy that because I can be a recluse. I can.
I wouldn't mind.
I can hibernate.
I'd get depressed real bad. So
Nah.
I stayed in an apartment, and I was
Really?
like, no, this ain't gonna be a big deal. It had no windows.
Really?
It had one window, and it faced a brick wall.
Oh wow.
All right, so my bedroom had no windows. It was completely dark in there, and I would have the most crazy, vivid dreams, and I'd wake up and still be dreaming, and like that was wild. Like I would see people coming in the room and stuff.
That
and
place
I was
is probably haunted.
no, I was
Huh?
like, maybe. But the brick wall and stuff, I thought it was kind of fun to sit out there, like sit on the windowsill and just kind of watch snow fall between it.
Yeah.
But after a while, especially in the winter, like I would sleep and wake up and it would be, I'd be like, oh, it's like noon. No, it's like 7 p.m.
Yeah,
and I
right.
got zero
It's called
sunlight.
cabin fever, right? I mean, it's
Dude, I would lose.
seasonal affective disorder.
And I'd have to just go drive around.
Yeah.
Just so I could go outside and feel
Yeah.
like I did something. But like after staying there for a few months, it literally made me lose my mind a little. Depression got real bad.
How'd you fix it? Where'd you go?
Got out of there. I ended up living in Tennessee for a little bit after
Okay.
that. So
Alright.
had windows.
I was gonna
Windows
say,
were
you
a
had
must
little
after
bit,
that.
A little bit of an upgrade, or
Oh yeah. But then I always was now like if I ever get a house, like I want giant windows now, just because of how terrible that was.
Now, do you all think that you all live on the fringes of society? Because I feel like I kind of live on the fringes of society.
What do you mean when you ask that question? What do you mean fringes?
Well, for example, I ran into someone that I knew the other day. I didn't know them well, but I knew them back in high school. And then they said, oh, are you married? No. Do you have any kids? No.
In this economy,
in this economy, that's called being smart.
$23,000 in the state of Virginia per year for a child. No, most jobs don't pay $23,000 a year
Right.
No.
in this area. So like, come on.
So you mean fringe like?
Well, I feel like a lot of it is like, maybe it's my own mentality, but I feel always like an outsider. Always, not that I even want to be on the inside, but I never feel like anything that I'm like the show, for example. We're not a mainstream show.
No.
Tyler and our movies are not mainstream movies.
That's what I wanted to make.
Exactly.
That's how I view it. I wanted to do this. I want this experience.
And that's the thing as well. Like most people in our age group, they're not sitting around doing a radio show.
Right.
They're not out making creative things.
Yeah.
They're not traveling, doing.
They're with their families. They're having softball night with the kids, and they're doing their thing. And
Paying a mortgage, working
That's it.
9 to 5. You gotta, man, the 9 to 5 grind is rough. So like
I think it's. Why do you find the roughest about
repetitive. There's no excitement. There's nothing there for me, and I'm like, I gotta be a little on edge. I like a little bit of stress every now and then.
Right.
It makes me feel something. I like
makes
to
you feel
something.
alive a little bit?
Yeah.
And I don't like the fact of like I like having things blocked out. Like today, I pretty much knew how the day was going to go, but we had a full day. But it's kind of like we have a full day doing unusual things.
Yeah, that's why I love that. That's
Yeah.
fun. It keeps it's interesting.
Yes.
I don't know.
And it seems like a lot of the people, like, when I went to my niece's, a couple of times, I'll go to their cheerleading event or something like that. And that's fine. I'm not even putting it down. But when I look around and I see, the families watching, everyone cheering and stuff like that, I'm just like, I don't relate to any of this.
Well, that's okay. Can I be a hippie for a second?
Yes.
Share this. So
Please do.
We're all experiencing life in our own way, going down our own paths. Why would we want the same experience as each other? You should go experience your own
Right.
thing. You should
Right.
experience. Everyone should just go experience their own thing. Do what you want to do. Do what you like doing. Don't work don't work a job for this fancy car that you don't even want.
Right.
Don't
That you drive an hour a day.
yeah, right. Don't go buy this huge house that you have no need for just to show off.
Just to keep up with the neighbor.
Yeah.
Joneses.
Go
The
do what
Joneses,
you
yeah.
want. If you don't want to live in a city and you want to live in a cabin in the middle of nowhere, then go get that cabin.
Do you think most people do that?
No.
No, they dream it, but they don't do it. They dream it, but they don't follow through. And I'm telling you right now, that's my dream. is
I
to
think
get cabin.
most people don't put words into action. And what do you think that is? Afraid?
I would say it's
fear of
social norms
losing,
as well.
fear of
We're
losing
sheep.
what's normal to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're sheep. You're following somewhat the norm, even if you're on the fringe.
You don't want to
kinda-
be left out.
Yeah.
Kind of like on the yesterday yesterday was a great Thanksgiving. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving with their family or without.
See, okay, so we were talking about that a little earlier in the car.
Like I didn't really enjoy a Thanksgiving meal with my
No.
family, and it wasn't sad.
No.
It wasn't. It was just like I was walking up and down the steps yesterday, and I thought, I just might sit here on the steps and do, just go live for no particular reason. So that's why I didn't go live. But I was like, this is just a very, not a typical thing to do on a Thanksgiving holiday.
I'm a bit of a recluse on holidays. I really am. And especially like Thanksgiving though, I spent a lot of time yesterday, doing actual thankful things like, in my mind, in my heart, thanking God for, delivering me from an addiction that I had or something like that. So I was trying to
Right.
remember to be thankful all day. But it's just like sometimes you don't need to be around the family. I mean, you've done it. You get to the point where Adam, you and I are 45. I'm not sure how old Tyler is, but you're probably not, too much younger.
Take a guess.
32,
Ooh, close. Close. 33.
33.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good close.
But I mean, it comes normal for us. We've done it for so many years that, having a year off it's not the end of the world.
It was actually my first Thanksgiving without my family
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
How was that?
Weird. It was a little weird, but also it was peaceful.
Right.
Like,
Oddly peaceful.
it was laid back. I was like, okay. I went to the girlfriend's family's Thanksgiving, and I didn't feel as much pressure to be involved.
Okay.
I just kind of hung out.
Right.
It worked for me.
Well, I used to before, a couple of years ago, I would always work every single holiday at the radio station. And I would usually do midnight until
Right.
noon, and then I would drive down, down to this region, and usually get here at 7 p.m. And I would usually come in straight, and we would start. Typically, we would film something. I would already have when I come in, we're going to start doing it because I would only have like a day and a half, 2 days to do whatever before driving back.
Right.
And it would be like quick interment, like quick specs or spots with my family or whatever, between 2:30 and 3:30, I'm going to hang out with this family. Between that, 4:30 and 5:30, this branch of the family.
And that's stressful.
It
Yeah.
is. It is stressful.
That's
Yeah.
'Cause
mainly what I always
You're
do.
being pulled apart like a piece of cheesy bread. You feel like you're getting pulled
Like
in every
Gumby.
direction. Yeah.
Like did you say you were Gumby?
Yeah. Remember?
Yeah,
My Halloween
okay.
costume. I was Gumby.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's something you don't see a lot anymore. I liked I don't know if you did it for a costume or just a photo shoot up when you were Mickey and Mallory.
Oh yeah, it was just photo shoot.
Okay.
That was just for
Photo
fun.
shoot.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
I've
we
never
wanted.
done a photo shoot, but I have a face for radio. That's why probably.
No. Just do it. Just do it. Like sometimes I'll have an idea. Like I used to do this in high school. Like I have a picture in my head. I want to see it physically. I want to see if I can make it. So I'll take it and do all the Photoshop do's and compositing and make it pretty. And I'm like, all right, I made it, and I'm happy about it. And
I
I'll
was gonna
set
say,
it
is that
up.
how your movies are made? Is that
Yeah,
but
pretty
you,
much.
something comes up to your mind and you just
It's an idea, and then I obsess about it for a year, and I meditate on it. I visualize it. Keep doing that until I'm tired of it, and then we write everything
then you
out,
write it out.
and then we plan it out, and
Start
then
production.
we start. No, we got to get all the other stuff taken care of. We got to find the people. We got to find the locations.
But that's how it
Stress.
begins though, is with just one fleeting thought possibly.
It is, and that's why you can't let it flee. You got to catch it.
Catch it.
You got to get it, because if you lose it, then well,
Yeah.
another thing will come up and take its place, and then you
Yeah.
have to create that.
Now, I did like, for example, many years ago, I did a like a short series with Amos Williams, and Amos. When I first met Amos, I didn't really care for him, to be honest with you.
Oh.
He had that kind of personality, didn't he?
Well, you know, after I got to know him, you know, we stumbled upon how the series was even created. Because once I learned about him and actually met him a little bit, I was like, I bet there's nothing we could say to him that will make him mad.
Right.
So I would tell my roommate at the time, you know, call him. I don't think I can say the exact word on air, but I would say, you know, slip this in as you're calling him that. See if he ever says anything about it. And we started slipping this particular word in, you know, just subtly.
Like meow.
Yeah, and he never. Yeah, basically.
Basically, right.
And he never either picked up on it or never got mad. And then that kind of is how the series with Amos even began. And that's kind of, we based it upon, he wanted to be famous so bad, but he was actually, and be taken as a serious actor, but then he, you know, bumbled his way
Right.
through viral success by being a buffoon.
Right, like Curly.
Yeah.
That's what he's used to
Yeah.
say.
Sometimes it's the best way to do it. Like if you
Make a spectacle.
if you worry too much about things, you try to over perfect it, and when you over perfect it, you'll never release it. When you never release it, you'll never have the chance. But if you just do it,
Well, I mean, if you think about it, good, bad, or ugly, people that do make spectacles,
Yeah.
they're, hey, jazz hands time, you're famous.
Yeah.
You know, you're 15 minutes of fame.
Well, when we had
Atlanta.
number 12.
when we had Amos, we would film, like the gist of it. We would film every Wednesday. He would show up at 5:00. We would film from 5 until 7. Film everything that I needed to film, which I already knew what it would be. Do any pickup shots on Saturday, and it would be released on Sunday.
Huh.
And I even got to the point where one time I needed a pickup shot, so I had to go to the UVAY's tennis courts, film this one scene that I didn't have, and I had to film it with me, insert it, and then release it, you know, an hour later.
So it's, well, that's an hour later, huh?
Yeah.
That's not
Well,
bad.
just like I was telling Tyler today, a lot of the times I will go ahead and set the release date before anything's even done. And I tell people just so I make myself have to do it so I don't look like a fool.
Right.
Or I might look like a fool, but at least I'll be a fool with a finished product.
Right, yeah.
So,
It's all about the finished product at that point.
As long as you finish it, right?
Yeah, right.
and I will say, I'm Watching You is probably the closest to anything that I've ever had in mind that's made it to screen.
Nice.
So I'm very excited to.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch both of them.
No, you knowing nothing except what we've explained, you know nothing else really, do you?
I had no clue.
Bring him in for a review after.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to hear it.
What I was originally going to do, if we had the screening at the theater, I was going to have cue card or little comic cards, and on the front have them, you know, rate. Right. I'm Watching You 1 through 10. Right. Comment on the back, Psycho Silico 1 through 10, just to see the reception. You know, anonymous. And just to see what the reception would be. So I hope we get quite a few comments tomorrow on the premieres of these.
Well, and that's the thing. Sometimes when we see how many people have commented on certain things, it becomes a trend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it almost becomes a little bit of a trend. So starting one is never necessarily a bad thing.
Speaking of trends, my most hated video, the video I hate the most has like 105 million views. Hate it.
Is it
Really?
Is it on your TikTok?
Yeah. So I was actually looking at TikTok. He was talking about the trends and commenting and stuff. So I was scrolling through, and TikTok started doing a new thing, and like I noticed, like a lot of my videos are hit with unable to recommend, or it
Really?
blurs it. It doesn't say it's like you know, graphic content
Right.
warning, like you want to scroll away or you want to watch it. It's like this won't go into the algorithm. We're not putting this in the algorithm.
Wow.
See, that's ridiculous, man.
Dude, it's why you gotta be that way.
I know.
I
Why
think
you gotta be that way?
anything
Right.
that's put out there should be able to go into the algorithm.
Exactly. It's free
And-
speech. It's public speech.
And let the people decide if they
Yeah.
want to watch
If you
it.
don't like
watch
it, turn it off.
That's what it always
Get
bothered
mad.
me when
Exactly.
when you know things were, you know, trying to be canceled, like you know, Howard Stern, for example.
Mm-hmm. Bubba loves Sponge.
Why try to shut someone down if you don't like it? Don't listen. don't
Right.
watch, don't engage.
Because they're jealous of the market. The markets get jealous. The competition becomes unbearable. You know, you got Stern in one market, you got Sponge in the other, and you've got these other competing, entities. It takes it down to the business level, which it should never be. It should never be.
But I was always like that when there's something that I saw on television, on the radio, on YouTube, whatever. If I don't like it, I just don't engage.
Right.
Unless my goal is to engage to make the other person mad.
Right.
I've done that before.
And we've all
Yeah.
been in those chat rooms where, as kids were
Especially
saying
during
offensive
COVID.
things to people just to get a
It was
reaction.
some of the most fun.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Right?
I would get into arguments with people on Twitter during COVID.
Right.
But now the thing is, like 60% of, I think it's Reddit, it might be Reddit or Twitter, is filled with bots.
Can we stream
What's a
on
bot?
Reddit?
What's a bot?
I don't think so. It's just not a real person. It's a programmed algorithm to send out random,
Messages.
Yeah.
Okay.
to interact
I
with
got you.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So most of the time, there's like a 60% chance that that's not a human, like 60-40. And at this point, like, why are you going to argue with a bot? And like, I'll scroll on Facebook, and Facebook injected a lot of like AI, like profiles.
Oh, a lot of them are.
A lot
You're
of
saying that the profiles
they're just-
are actually AI
Yeah.
generated.
Yeah.
Okay.
it generates its own picture and everything, and that's something Facebook thought was like, hey, this is a good idea.
Right.
And I don't know if they ever rolled that back because I don't use Facebook as often as I used to. I've been
Right.
using it more lately, but it's just
I'll tell you right now, Tyler, I got addicted to the reels.
That's what you were saying a few weeks
The
back.
reels. There's one about the grandpa that's going senile. That's always, his son has started I guess you would call it a diary, a video diary with his dad that's dying of dementia. And it's like, I'm addicted to it. I'm addicted to it. I'll have the TV on in the background on mute while I'm sitting there scrolling for an hour or two.
So you're doom scrolling as
I'm
well.
doom scrolling, I guess. I'm learning new words and I'm doing the new deed.
I try my best not to doom scroll. I haven't doom scrolled on social media in a long time, and then I caught myself doing it yesterday, and I was like, that's why I deleted this app off my phone.
Well, and I've never been the scroller though. I don't have a TikTok account. I don't have an X account. I don't have
TikTok's the
Twitter.
worst.
I don't have any of that. But the Facebook Reels, when they start popping up, they can be funny.
Now I was having a little chat with Grok a couple of days ago. I asked it about Tyler a little bit. I asked about myself, the show. So I did go down that rabbit hole, and some of the things on there were correct, and then some of the things, like for example, I asked. I can't remember what I asked, but originally it said no, and I said do a deep dive and give me the correct answer. And then it said, "Oh, upon further review, you are correct."
Really?
Yeah, and so some of the things, like the synopsis of "I'm Watching You," wasn't really correct. Not the way it does. It didn't tell exactly how we shot it. One of them, it wasn't Grok, but it was another AI. Said that we used the iPhone to shoot it on, which we didn't. And
So you didn't use the iPhone to shoot that film?
Nope. Panasonic S1H.
I meant the. Did you like how I threw that question to you this morning? Was it this morning?
Yeah, it was this morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
I sat there and I was like, am I talking too much? Because I never had been on there with someone else. So did I over talk?
No, you were good. It was early in the morning.
It was kind of early in the morning, and
How early are we talking?
Well, I mean,
I woke up at 6.
Yeah, that's early.
Yeah, I don't wake up at 6. That's usually when I go to bed.
Yeah.
Well, not
Yeah, I
lately.
was gonna say, I'm more of a night person anyways.
I've been going to bed around 3 or 4. That's been
Really?
my go-to.
no, I did get up at 8. I went to bed about 1.
So you got a good 7 hours of sack time.
Yeah, but I didn't sleep that well though. It was like tossing and turning all night long.
Really?
Yeah. And typically when I'm on my Remeron, I don't
That's
do
not
that.
true. I just picked that up for me today. That's what it knocks me out. That's what I take at night.
About 20 to 30 minutes, and it knocks
That's
me out
it.
also.
Yeah.
Now, do you all think AI, we've discussed this a couple times on the show, is friend or foe? Tyler, what do you think about AI?
I really just don't. I don't really care about it. Like everybody thinks it's this dazzling thing. The most impressive thing that I got from it was how much it knew about me.
Yeah.
But like AI feels to me more like a tool. I don't understand how people are leaving their husbands or wives to have this digital relationship. I don't understand why people are, bringing their dead relatives back with AI by filling out like a questionnaire. To me, that just seems. I can't say that word, I don't think, but like it just seems like a falsification. Like, why are you lying to yourself?
Yeah.
You're breaking the grieving process. You need to grieve. Death is natural. Death is normal. People die. It is what it is. Get over it. Like, it's just process your emotions. Feel it.
Now I know some in the entertainment industry were a little concerned that they thought that their jobs would be taken from, roles would be taken by these.
chance because
Well, didn't we look up a few weeks ago? There's an AI actress.
yeah, we did that the show before last. But what I'm saying is, think about all the people that are in the creativity department when it comes to writing plots and changing plots and stuff. You ask an AI to write a dialogue for this part of the movie, and you've just eliminated a job.
I
You know
do
what I mean?
think I have tested out AI to see what it would write, and it does write things, but a lot of the things that I've found, they have been very flat.
Right.
It's like
No soul.
no soul to it, and you can
No meat to the bone.
yeah, and it's not that it's horrible, but it's bland. It's just not. It has no heart to it, no feeling to it, and feels like it's just artificially created. Yeah, I don't really foresee the entertainment industry really falling by the wayside. Nor do you like being like to do it yourself, like the projects like kind of like we do, or would you want to do a studio film?
I mean, I was trying to build a studio at one point, and that kind of didn't happen
Right.
yet.
So you want to really work outside of the mainstream.
Oh yeah, I don't want to be involved with that because there's too much bureaucracy.
Yeah.
There's too much like checks and balances. And now you have all these companies investing into AI, and the AI bubble is going to bust, and it's going to destroy a lot of things. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna cripple a lot of industries when that happens.
Plus, the creativity collapses. I mean, just the whole element.
It'll with going. So, going back to what you were saying with the, staying out of that. The one reason why I think a lot of people will cling more to the independent developer is because AI has gotten so
Mainstream.
it's everything is shoved.
Now
on
that's the norm.
Yeah, like guess what? New thermostat. It's got AI. My toaster has
Right.
AI. I don't want that.
Exactly.
No.
I don't want that. If you know anyone who works in tech, they're gonna be like, nah, don't even have a printer in your house.
Right.
Like, don't have a computer in your house.
Well, you know those things that are on your debit card, those little metallic things that I think that is
NFC chip.
Right there you
Yeah.
go. Somebody said that at some point you're going to get one of those chips embedded in your hand or something, and that's how you're going to
Scan
for your food for your debit card. Now, I'm not doing that. That's
Nah,
that's crazy.
you're already carrying it around.
Yeah.
It's in your cell phone.
Yeah.
And like another crazy thing is if so I know how to clone an NFC chip.
Really.
Yeah, like it's easy to do. Like if you have a certain phone, you can actually like clone it. I used to clone Nintendo amiibos because I was like, man, there's too many of these little toys. I want to keep them in the plastic.
Right.
So like I'm gonna put them on my phone, and I'd open the bottom of the box so I could keep them in the box, and I'd scan it to my phone. Then I could take my phone
Right.
and scan it to my Switch.
Right.
There it goes. It
There it
works.
goes.
Okay.
Look at that.
And your credit card with that on it, if I wanted to, I could wipe out an amiibo, and then with Mario, I can go buy a flat screen TV with your credit card on my Mario
No
toy.
kidding.
Well, we do have a budget for our next film, Tyler. About.
I was gonna say, what are we talking there?
I don't want to get involved with that. I don't
Yeah.
want to get involved with that. See, I know how to
I
do
defer.
certain things, so it doesn't happen to me.
Right. Which is smart.
And this is
Very
the plug
smart.
for Ridge wallets because they got this metal thing that goes around that keeps
You
it from NFCs
he's
being
right.
able to scan it.
Yeah, you can't scan through this plastic.
We're not
box.
actually plugging that, but you know what I mean. They do
Right.
have that on their wallets.
So what do you all think is going to come next after smartphones? Do you think there's going to be something that overtakes the smartphone as the device?
I think it's going to be a home robot. I really
They're
do.
working on that.
I really do.
I mean, you can't take a home robot with you though. And they tried to do it with like Google Glass back in like 2012, 2013.
That was the glasses, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it had like the little heads-up display in the top
And
corner.
that just didn't take off, did it?
No, now Meta's trying to get involved with it with Ray-Ban.
Oh, I saw. Okay, so I
Yeah.
tried a pair on. The
How
guy-
was that?
It was cool. The
Okay.
dude had them that I was traveling with. I went to Washington D.C. a couple months ago, and a dude I was traveling with had a pair that I tried. And I was like, "Boy, those are really cool Ray-Bans," and he let me try them on. And I'm telling you, man, I can't afford them, but if I could, I would definitely buy a pair.
Right.
It was really cool. You guys tried them on?
I don't think I have.
No.
I don't think I want to. I think I'd want it, but I don't want
That's how
that.
I was. I wanted it, but I think they're like $900.
Everybody's gonna have a camera on their face, and it's gonna be able to scan everything
Mhm.
all the time.
Now I'm sure all of us remember when most of the time over the last 25 years, most people have had cell phones. Like, what do you think? It got to the point where 95% of the population. You think back in 2005, most people had cell phones.
Say 10.
2005 is when
They
most
first-
adults had them.
Yeah.
I remember my mom having one in like 2000.
Okay.
And then I remembered around 2005, like some of my friends at school getting them.
Yeah.
And then I think I got my
I
first
remember
cell phone in
kids
like
having-
06.
So he's
Yeah.
younger. See, he's younger because everyone in our age bracket had pagers.
So
I
you never
remember
had a
pagers.
pager.
I never
You had a
had a
pager.
No, my mom did.
Okay.
She was a nurse
Okay.
and she had to have one on
Yeah.
call.
Now I know when I worked at the movie theater.
Lana had one.
to,
Yeah.
to get in touch with the general manager, we had to page it.
Yeah.
We had to page him if we had a problem, and it was often, a problem to get in touch with him because
And-
like he had to find a place to call from.
And that was so cool, though. If you
You
had
know-
the pager, you were in like Flynn, man. I mean, it was like you were the coolest kid in town.
So there's a new pager system that's actually being developed that is it's like a ham radio. A
Okay.
ham radio you can text on.
No kidding.
And it does it in like short burst transmission. So it's very encrypted, and a lot of people are switched. So when, like, let's say the grid goes out, well, your cell phone towers are going to go out. Let's
Right.
say like World War IV, first thing they're going to attack is your grid system. They're going to attack the internet. They're going to attack like communications.
Right.
So if you can do that, well, these short burst transmission texting devices, it's like a cell phone. You can make calls on it too. It's like an old 1999 cell phone is what it kind of reminded me
Okay.
of. But those are becoming a little bit more popular, and you can make them yourself.
Okay.
Like, dude, Raspberry
Yeah,
Pis are
I
wild,
know.
but I don't know if that's a Raspberry Pi device. That's something new I've been looking into.
Yeah, I never knew that.
Now, what was the first cell phone? Do you all remember the first cell phone that you had?
Nokia.
The little blue one.
Yeah, it was just one singular piece. It almost looked like a
Was it
canoe.
about this big?
Yep, it was a Nokia.
Blue and gray, maybe.
No, it was all analog. There was no digital. Like you couldn't take pictures with it.
Could you play the game Snake?
I don't know.
I know which
don't think
Nokia
you
you're
could.
talking about.
No,
The one I'm talking about.
I know. Which
That's
one.
the first one I had, I think.
And it was through this. The cellular company was Cellular One.
I remember.
That was the Nokia.
I know that one.
Yeah.
My first cell phone was the. Do you remember when Altel was in the area?
Yep.
The one that had the unlimited texting that wasn't supposed to have the
Yes.
unlimited text. I paid $30, got the little flip pebble looking phone, and just burnt that up with texting. And then after that, I got a BlackBerry, I think.
I had a Razor.
I had a
think.
BlackBerry, and you had a Razor.
I think so.
I had a Razor right before the BlackBerry, and the stupid mouse kept falling out of my BlackBerry. I
Oh.
couldn't stand it.
Oh,
I
that
had
little
the-
ball.
Yeah, the little
Slide
ball thing.
See, I never had that BlackBerry. I had the one after it with the little.
BlackBerry Curve.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the one
curve,
I had.
Yeah.
I
And then I-
held out the longest. I didn't get a cell phone until 2012.
Really?
Wow.
Wow. For real,
That's a
though.
long
That's,
time.
that's
My first
impressive.
cell phone was an iPhone 3.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I mean,
And-
I was gonna say that's how I
But there
started.
was
with an
there
iPhone.
there was a reason. I was at work or I was at home. I didn't want people to be able to get a hold of me, and my telephone number for over 30 years was 523-1234. And so that was my number.
That's a cool number.
So I kept it for that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would do that. You know, I hate changing
I had an
numbers is
answering
because you
machine.
have
I'll
to.
call you back.
Right. Well, you have to
I'm
change
busy.
it then through the bank, and then you have to change it through all the things your phone
Yeah.
number was associated with. You got to change.
See, I've had to change my number a lot over the years, but a lot of it when I did the show up in DC, I would be stupid and give my number out on the show.
Right. And you're done.
I mean, it would be
There you
for
go.
a bit on the show, and then random people would continuously call or text, so I had to change my
Go
number.
buy a burner for that. You go up to Walmart, get like a $60.
$30.
That's what I should have done. That's what I should have done.
A16 or whatever.
I didn't know they made it. I didn't know you get one for $30.
Yeah.
There you go.
Heck yeah. 5G at that.
Yeah, I should have
Nice.
done that. But what's been your favorite? Did you all think that the phones would play such a big role in your lives?
No.
Not as much as it. Well, I loved my Game Boy Color though. I carried that thing with me everywhere, and then it became the Advance and the ESP.
Did you ever
and
have
DS.
the Sega Game Gear?
It did actually.
How was that?
Terrible.
I watched
Beautiful
the video.
screen.
Yes,
We're talking about the
Terrible
that
handheld
was a selling
Sega.
point.
Yeah.
The color.
I thought that was cool.
Dude, it ate 6 AA batteries,
I remember.
and it ate it in like an hour.
Yeah.
I remember someone had one, and I remember them showing me all those batteries,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Wow, that's."
And it was
awesome.
heavy.
Was it?
The Steam Deck actually, like I love the Steam Deck, but the Steam Deck feels a lot like a Sega Game Gear,
Wow.
like modernized.
Now, what's the best? What would you say the best gaming system is that you've played?
Other than just like a straight up gaming PC, because it does literally everything. A Steam Deck,
Okay.
like a handheld that you can take with you. A Steam Deck is
Okay.
the
Sounds
perfect price
PlayStation.
point. You can play
I was-
PlayStation on the Steam Deck.
Well, see, I don't know what a Steam Deck is.
It's just a handheld computer. You can
Okay.
emulate PlayStation 2. I emulated PlayStation 3 on it and played.
I've never been
Souls.
able to conquer learning the Xbox remote control. I cannot figure that out.
Just imagine
So-
that's the same as a PlayStation controller.
Well, it's not though.
It's not, but you just imagine it is. It's in here. You pretend.
Well, I guess if we pretend, maybe it'll come to fruition, but I don't think it will.
I got something cool I'm gonna show you after the show.
I always did think it was a little difficult when I was trying to learn the PS3.
Yeah.
Why the PS3?
I don't. I guess because I didn't really play the PS1 or 2.
What'd you play
Yeah,
before?
you know.
I would pretty much. I played Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and then GameCube.
Nintendo taught me to be real adaptable with controllers because they changed it with every iteration of
Every
console.
console had a different
Yeah.
controller. You're right.
But I
GameCube
never-
was my favorite.
I
though.
never did have Super NES. I had the Sega Genesis.
Yeah, I had Sega. I went from original Nintendo to Sega, and I was telling Adam on the way here, the only thing that I remember about Sega Genesis was one game, Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's what I remember on the
It's-
Game Gear.
Yeah, that's it.
Their trademark game, I guess.
Yeah.
That's their Mario.
I
That
don't
was
even
literally
remember
what.
any other
Yeah,
game for
supposed to be,
Sega.
yeah.
Yeah.
What was I going to mention? I was going to mention you said Sega. Oh yeah, you had Blood in your Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
I didn't because I was Super Nintendo.
Oh,
Wolfenstein. You remember Wolfenstein? That had blood where you went in.
We used to have a computer in our classroom, and that was one of the games. That was
what?
on there.
Wolfenstein?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Doom
Yeah.
was one that
Doom
we
was
we
a good
traded around on a floppy
Doom was-
disk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, because the other one I just mentioned was on a floppy disk too.
Yeah.
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 Both of those were. Doom was the one. Like Wolfenstein came out first, then Doom came
Right.
out, and then Doom was the one that I was so gory. I love gory games.
Mortal
I mean,
Kombat. That everyone thought that was just the bomb.
I do
that's so
remember.
cool.
I do remember that, especially we had an arcade version of it at the movie theater,
Right.
and we would spend so much time because we figured out a way we could play it without putting in quarters.
You take the key and open it up and flip the switch.
Yes. Yes, we did.
This is not.
That was down
this
there.
is not being broadcast. as
The old
anything
school
else.
game, pole position was there.
We do not take any type of liability to anyone that
Oh, you can just emulate all this for free now.
Yes. Yes.
You should not do that unless you
No.
own it. though.
Yes, true. And that was a while ago, also. Well, guys, it is an hour into the show, so I guess we're in tonight. It's been a fun
Flash.
show. Went by
It's
quickly.
been a long time.
Yeah, it is.
This is the end of the promotional tour.
I'm
So,
exhausted.
Yeah.
You've had a long day.
Well,
Long day.
it's not over yet. You still have 2 hours, an hour and a half
Yeah.
back, basically.
Oh,
And then I'm probably still not gonna fall asleep because it just ain't that easy.
Yeah.
well, you've had a long day.
Long day. I
Long,
only slept like
productive
5
day.
hours before doing this
So
day.
congrats. I can't wait to watch the film, buddy.
Dude, you gotta let me know.
Unedited.
Let me
we're
know
gonna
what
show
you
the.
think.
I think we're going to show the unedited version. I'm watching you, Psycho Silico Solutions tomorrow, 10 p.m. YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, and Rumble. I think was something I set up yesterday.
Rumble will let you get away with that uncensored for sure.
Yeah,
Really?
because,
Okay.
I was reading through their things.
That'll be the avenue.
So yeah, we're gonna be streaming live at 10 p.m. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited to see everyone's reaction. Tyler, Casey, Atlanta, thank you all for joining.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Anytime. And you want to plug your show? You got a show that you do as well.
Yeah. So I started doing a podcast to call it up at 2 a.m. with Tyler Payne. It is I go to a random location in the middle of the night and set up a camera and I talk to myself and
You've got
ramble.
2 episodes up right now, right?
So I'm about to start a third one.
And Casey, you're going to be starting a political show on
Yeah, just
Mondays, right?
Right, just local political, local, national, state politics.
Okay.
That kind of based news of the weird.
Okay.
Those kind of
Good deal.
topics.
So you got a title for that?
I was going to use the title "Front and Center." With
I like
Casey.
We can do that. We can do
Mhm.
that. Lana, you got anything coming up?
I think at the beginning of the year, I'm going to start on a short film that I've actually have idealized in my head and wrote down a lot of things about and studied a lot of things I needed to study to make it happen. But maybe after the cold weather breaks,
Right.
springtime, start on that. I'm looking at shooting taking like Tyler's film an hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah,
A whole feature.
a whole
That's
feature.
such a task.
It is. It
Can't
is.
imagine the work that goes into that.
Yes.
It took
So-
me like two years. 2 years. To
It takes
get
a
my
while.
feature going.
But yeah, a lot of good projects coming up. Looking forward to it. Please go to all the social media on the Other People's Show. You can go to Psycho Silico Solutions. I can never spell it with under 5 minutes. I always have to.
SYCOPSILCO.
Every single one of you believed
He said that
I
so
was going to
fast,
make
I
a
thought he was
full
talking
film
in a language.
feature. It's a short. Every single person was like, "Wow, you're doing a full film." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm doing a short."
I was worried about you.
I mean, I like the ambition.
But
You got to
you-
start somewhere
It
though.
was the exact what I told you about the first time, not that whole full feature that I was like, I
We
watched
should
your
do a story on my
faces.
life and make it a Forrest Gump 2.0.
I watched their
Tell you what.
faces like, what?
So everyone, thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned tomorrow night. Steve House of Rock at 7 p.m. until 11. And you're listening to 92.5 WLSD, The Vault.
You can.
Guys.
There you go.